The undercard that exploded, UFC 302 Prelims, Newark, New Jersey. The Prudential Center, UFC 302. The air crackled with anticipation. Fans buzzed with excitement. This wasn't just another fight night. This was the undercard that promised fireworks. Every fighter hungry for victory. The prelims were about to explode. The energy was contagious. You could feel it in your bones. These weren't just preliminary fights. These were warriors, stepping onto the battlefield, ready to leave it all in the octagon. Each bout, a story waiting to be written. And believe me, the stories these fighters told were unforgettable. A battle of grit, Miranda Maverick versus Marina Moroz. First up, women's flyweight division, Miranda Maverick, the young gun, versus Marina Moroz, the seasoned veteran. Maverick aggressive from the start. Moroz countering with precision, a chess match on the feet. Moroz landing jabs, Maverick pressing forward, the crowd on the edge of their seats. Both fighters refusing to back down. 3 rounds of pure intensity. In the end, Maverick's relentless pressure earned her the victory. A split decision, but a win nonetheless. Maverick proving her mettle. Heavyweight firepower, Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Lucas Brzeski. Next up, the heavyweights, Waldo Cortez Acosta, the Dominican dominator, Łukasz Brzeski, the Polish powerhouse. 2 giants ready to collide. The crowd roared as they entered the octagon. The energy was electric. Round 1 began with a feeling out process. Both men cautious, respecting each other's power. Cortez Acosta using his reach, Brzeski looking for the takedown. The tension was palpable. Then it happened. A thunderous right hook from Cortez Acosta. Brzeski stunned. Cortez Acosta, smelling blood, poured it on. The referee jumped in to stop the fight. A first-round TKO for Cortez Acosta. The crowd went wild. The Dragon's Fury O.D. Osborne versus Charles Johnson. The flyweight division was up next. O.D. Osborne, known as the Jamaican sensation, facing off against Charles Johnson. Osborne, lightning fast, looking to keep the fight standing. Johnson, the grappler, searching for the takedown. Round 1 was a battle for control. Osborne using his speed and agility. Johnson trying to close the distance. Both fighters landing shots. The crowd captivated by the back and forth action. As the fight went on, Osborne's striking began to take over. His kicks finding their mark. Johnson, tough as nails, but unable to stop the onslaught. In the end, Osborne secured a unanimous decision victory. A dominant performance by the Jamaican sensation. Section 5, Submission Specialist strikes again. Jailton Almeida versus Parker Porter. The crowd was on its feet for Jailton Almeida, the Brazilian submission specialist, facing off against Parker Porter. Almeida, known for his relentless grappling and fight-finishing abilities. Porter, the underdog, determined to pull off the upset. From the opening bell, Almeida's intentions were clear. He wanted the takedown. Porter, defending desperately, trying to keep the fight standing. Almeida's pressure was too much. He secured the takedown and quickly advanced to a dominant position. Porter trapped, Almeida patiently working for the finish. Then it came, a lightning-fast rear naked choke. Porter forced to tap. Another impressive victory for Jailton Almeida. The crowd erupted. Section 6, a showcase of skill and heart. Cody Stamann versus Douglas Silva de Andrade. Cody Stamann, the veteran, looking to climb back into title contention. Douglas Silva de Andrade, the dangerous striker, standing in his way. This bantamweight bout was a clash of styles. Stamann, the wrestler, versus Andrade, the knockout artist. The first round was a feeling out process. Stamann trying to close the distance. Andrade keeping him at range with leg kicks. Both fighters cautious, respecting each other's power. As the fight progressed, Stamann's wrestling began to take over. He secured takedowns in the second and third rounds, controlling Andrade on the ground. Andrade, tough as nails, never stopped fighting. But in the end, it was Stamann's wrestling that proved to be the difference. A unanimous decision victory for Stamann. Section 7, Back and Forth Brawl. Joseph Holmes versus Claudio Silva. Joseph Holmes, the up-and-comer, looking to make a statement. Claudio Silva, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, standing in his way. This middleweight clash was a recipe for fireworks. And fireworks are what we got. From the opening bell, both fighters threw caution to the wind. Holmes landing bombs, Silva looking for the takedown. The crowd on its feet, roaring with every strike. This was a back-and-forth brawl, the momentum shifting constantly. In the end, it was Holmes who landed the more damaging blows. A split decision victory, but a fight that had the crowd buzzing. Section 8, From Grappling to a Slugfest. Abdul Razak Al-Hassan versus Claudio Ribeiro. Abdul Razak Al-Hassan, known as Judo Thunder, facing off against Claudio Ribeiro. This middleweight bout was a classic striker versus grappler matchup. Alhassan, the powerful striker looking for the knockout. Ribeiro, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, searching for the submission. What started as a grappling exchange quickly turned into a slugfest. Alhassan, finding his range, landing heavy punches. Ribeiro, rocked but not out, firing back with wild hooks. The crowd, on the edge of their seats, captivated by the back-and-forth action. In the end, it was Alhassan's power that proved to be too much. A second-round TKO victory for Judo Thunder. Section 9. The hype train keeps rolling. Sean Brady versus Jack Della Maddalena. Sean Brady, the undefeated prospect, facing his toughest test yet in Jack Della Maddalena, the Australian, known for his aggressive striking and finishing ability. This welterweight showdown had fight of the night written all over it. Both fighters came out swinging. Brady, trying to close the distance and utilize his wrestling. Della Maddalena, keeping him at bay with sharp jabs and leg kicks. The pace was relentless. The crowd on its feet, chanting both fighters' names. In the end, Brady's wrestling proved to be the difference maker. He secured crucial takedowns and controlled Della Maddalena on the ground. A unanimous decision victory for Brady, keeping his undefeated record intact. Section 10. Prelims set the stage for an electric main card. The UFC 302 prelims delivered on all fronts: knockouts, submissions, and back-and-forth wars. These fighters left it all in the octagon, setting the stage for what promised to be an electric main card. The crowd was buzzing, the energy was electric. UFC 302 was just getting started.